even with line of sight, it's probably too far to reach with the Baofeng. So the fact that I didn't think of that like way earlier in the game, oops, but we're learning as we go, right? Seems to be a common theme here on the Wired Tight channel. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Wired Tight. Good morning. Sorry for the bedhead here, but I couldn't wait to make a video for y'all because I got my call sign today. A few days ago, I decided to get my GMRS license. It's really, well, it's not easy. The website is an abomination. I actually followed along with Mojave Repeater's video on how to do it, and I still had to watch the video like 4 times and scrub back and forth because, not because of him, because the website is absolute trash. But anyway, I got it done, waited a few days, finally got my call sign, and I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I'm tuned in right now to my local GMRS repeater. There's chatter on here like every day, and it's always the same people. I've been listening to them for a long time. I actually found out, so I've keyed up and tried to talk to them before, which I know is
sad hams.
And I've never gotten a response. Figured it out though. I had the wrong PL tone set in, so the repeater was not hearing me. So now that I know what the proper PL tone is, or CTCSS code, which stands for Continuous Tone Coded Squelch System, that's some free knowledge for you, won't charge you for that. I am going to reveal my new call sign, because now that I am a licensed GMRS radio operator, I am better than all of you, and I need to flex. Ooh. Yeah, you see that? Okay. Here we go. And with the call sign reveal, should I go full phonetic alphabet douchebaggery? Absolutely. Because I am not afraid of cringe. I am cringe. Okay, here we go. We are tuned to 462-675. That is GMRS channel 2020. I need to put the names of the channels in here when I program. That way it's easier to identify. Which that also gives me a reason to make a chirp video for you guys. I'm gonna address this part just real quick. I'm in channel mode. I gotta go back to frequency mode. Okay, transmit 141.3. And the offset, which I had the offset correct, but my PL tone was not correct. The offset is 5 megahertz. Transmit CTCSS 141.3. So there we go. We are set up to actually key up to this repeater and hopefully make contact with some of the older gentlemen in the area that, you know, like to do the same thing that I, for some reason, think is cool. Okay, here we go. The moment of truth. Wired Tight's official GMRS call sign. Here we go. You ready? This is Whiskey Romeo Whiskey Yuma 660 checking in. Whiskey Romeo Whiskey Yuma 660. So you don't have to use the phonetic alphabet, which I think is optional on ham. I don't think it's required, but I think they like to use it because, you know. Anyway, I'm probably not going to get chatter on here for another few hours, maybe around lunchtime, but we will check back in here in a couple hours. So people started checking in on the GMRS repeater around, I'd say, maybe 2 o'clock, a little bit after lunch. So what my ADHD ass is actually trying to say here is that after I put in the correct CTCSS code, I still was not able to key up and connect to the repeater. And then it dawned on me, wait a minute, I'm on UHF. There's a lot of shit between me and the repeater. I'm probably either not close enough to transmit, or there's just so much stuff in between us that it is not making it that far. So we are gonna go repeater chasing. Come on. So GMRS is on UHF, and UHF is not good when there's obstructions. Even trees can block a signal on UHF. You need line of sight to really get a good transmission. The suburb that I live in, is actually up on a hilltop. There's certain parts in town where there's no obstructions and you can see downtown. And I think it's about 13 miles away. Also, another thing, I went back on Repeater Book and I looked up the information of the GMRS Repeater, and based on where it's located in town, I think even with line of sight, it's probably too far to reach with the Baofeng. So the fact that I didn't think of that like way earlier in the game, oops, but we're learning as we go, right? Seems to be a common theme here on the Wired Tight channel. So I'm about to get on the highway. We're gonna start trying to connect on frequency. I'm gonna go to where it is, and I'm gonna see how close I am before somebody responds. WRWY660 on frequency. When in doubt, stick it out. Dude, I'm coming up with the best one-liners for this channel. I'm gonna make some t-shirts with it. I've already, by the way, I've got a design being designed right now by one of the guys who designs merch for Black Rifle Division. Actually, you want to see my favorite patch from Black Rifle Division? It's a little too spicy for YouTube. Anyways, I've got a shirt being designed for the drone stuff, for drone surveillance. Ed Roth creature style, eyes in the sky. I think it's gonna be cool. WRWY660 on frequency. All right, I don't want to waste y'all's time, so I'll just let you know that we did not make contact with this repeater, but I will show it to you in person because we got there and we got a clear line of sight, but to no avail. All right, y'all. You see that tower up there on the building? That has to be the repeater. Moment of truth. Baofeng to the repeater that I have a clear line of sight to. My antenna is pointed directly at it. WRWY660 checking in. Is there anybody monitoring this frequency? Don't go chasing repeaters. Stay close to the Baofengs and the walkies you're used to. Alright, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little discouraged. I don't know if it's me doing something wrong or if the Baofeng's a piece of shit. Let me know in the comments.
16 paranoia-filled days later.
So this guy just chimed in, GMRS Repeater Channel 20. He's at a facility that's very close to me, like definitely close enough to talk on this. He also said he's on a Baofeng, so...
And that's where the sad ham does a great job of driving them away.
The radio, do you copy me now? Yeah, I hear you on this one. I did not hear you at all on the other one.
So it looks like this guy's having the same problem as me. Maybe I can get...
Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm having an issue then with it accepting the settings. It's typical of a Baofeng radio as far as how the menu looks is pretty doggone similar. It's just for whatever reason I'm missing a step. I'm looking at the manual and there aren't that many YouTube videos for this radio, so I'm trying to find something that can tell me why it's not hanging on to that. So
Alright, we just reprogrammed this radio and I did not have my tones in on channel mode. Now I do. And I made several copies of the same channel with different forms of tone, a different direction in the offset. I've got positive and negative now. We're gonna see if maybe I can connect now. WRWY660 trying to check in. WRWY660 trying to make contact. WRWY660 trying to make contact. Nothing. WRWY660, can you hear me?
coming in loud and clear, WRNN 755.
Hello, my name is Josh. I've had my GMRS license for about a week now, and I've been pulling my hair out trying to connect to this repeater. I actually chased it. I went and sat underneath it the other day with my Baofeng, wondering if maybe I just didn't have enough, like a good enough line of sight or transmit power. I literally just took the channel of this repeater and I duplicated it in CHIRP and basically did every single combination of tone and the offset, positive, negative, all that stuff, and I've been toggling through trying to key up, and I just finally made contact with you.
Well, copy that. Just to let you know, the offset is plus 5 megahertz, so the receive frequency is 462.675, and the transmit frequency you want is 467.675. And then the tone that you need is 141.3 hertz, 141.3 hertz, and that'll get you in every time. You don't need it on receive, you just need it on transmit. You can put it on receive if you want. Sometimes you'll hear like people walking around your neighborhood talking on GMRS, so if you put it in the receive side, you'll only hear the repeater. If you don't put it in, then you can hear pretty much any traffic on 462.675, so really that's up to you. I don't put it in my receive side, I just have it in the transmit so I can key up the repeater. But yeah, I'm glad you're able to get in, and welcome to the hobby. It's a fun hobby. I've been doing it about a year and a half, and got me into ham radio as well, so hopefully you'll join the ham radio side as well.
I am going to go ahead and get my ham license here soon. I picked up a Baofeng about 3 years ago, so I've been sitting and listening for a really long time and kind of just, learning theory on the internet, watching YouTube videos. This is literally the first time I've been able to make contact with a repeater and speak to somebody. And I'm actually filming for my YouTube channel at the moment, so you're gonna be a star.
Awesome, well, very cool. If you don't have anything going on tomorrow night, the Amateur Radio Club meets at about 8 o'clock.
What was your name and what was your call sign?
Name on this end is... and the call sign is WRNN 755, Whiskey Romeo November 755. And there's actually a net on this repeater Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock. So yeah, come on in Wednesday night at 8 o'clock and check in. There will be a bunch of people. Sometimes we have up to about, I think 48 was the record one night. So we had a heck of a turnout. So yeah, definitely come by and say hello.
Awesome, I definitely will. I can't remember your call sign to properly address you as I sign off, but this is Josh, WRWY660, Whiskey Romeo, Whiskey Yuma 660.
Copy that, WRWR660. Yeah, you can just remember 755. You'll hear me on there a lot. That's what most guys just kind of remember is those last numbers. So WRNN 755, WRWR660. Have a good one, my friend, and hopefully we'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later, my friend. See you on Wednesday night. Okay, so we have finally made contact with the repeater. We were not too far away from the repeater, and I thought that I was starting to hate the Baofeng because it was incapable, but it's not. We have met somebody in the community, so now we're gonna start tuning into the net on Wednesdays. We're probably gonna start going to the amateur radio meetups, because why not? Like, you should be meeting people in your area, especially people who have skills like this. If you're into stuff like this, get your GMRS license, learn how to do it, go to the meetups, go to the conventions, and make friends with these people, because at best, you're gonna have a fun hobby where you can just chat with people whenever you want. And at worst, if shit really does hit the fan, like people are afraid is gonna happen here in our lifetime, not only will you have these skills, but you'll know the people who also have these skills. You'll know the people who own the repeaters. You'll meet people doing stuff like this that will be valuable to have contact with in a shit hit the fan situation. If you know that Dave, 20 miles down the holler, is a blacksmith, and you need knives and maybe some tools because you're trying to build stuff after society has collapsed. Well, you can hop on the radio and be like, hey, yo, Dave. And he's like, hey, what's up? And because you've spent time and built a rapport with these people, you can go, hey, I need you to make me a really good bushcraft knife. Or I need you to make me some drill bits because I'm trying to build a new chicken coop or something like that. I'm just spitballing here. But if you didn't take the time to learn these skills so that you could communicate with these people, so that you could meet these people, so that you could build a relationship with these people, then you would be absolutely freaking screwed when the shit hits the fan. That is why I do this stuff. I got into this stuff as a preparedness measure, but fell in love with doing it in the process because I'm just kind of a nerdy weirdo anyway, so like once I really got into it, it really stuck. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling. Guys, thank you for tuning in. This was an emotional roller coaster, I'm not going to lie. I got really frustrated. I got pissed off. I thought this was a piece of shit that needed to be thrown out the window. I'm glad I was proved wrong, and I'm glad that you guys watched to the end for the sweet, sweet redemption of the Baofeng. Anyway, this has been Wired Tight. Remember, guys, keep your head on a swivel, keep your shit wired tight, and I'll talk to you later.